Hi, my love. Welcome back to the Ghislain Maiden podcast. Today's episode is going to be a spicy one. Spirit is coming in strong right now. We're going to be breaking down why leading from logic, strategy alone is literally going to be your Achilles heel. Let that sink in for a minute. If you are someone who prides themselves on your beautiful brain, and your brain is beautiful, right? We don't hate the brain. But the brain is literally going to sabotage you because the primary job of your brain is to keep you safe. So your brain associates anything that is familiar as safe. This is why people stay in toxic relationships. It's why they stay in a job where they get treated poorly, where they're not paid for their worth, and where there is no career progression. Because the mind does a very good job of convincing you that where you are right now is fucking safe, even if you're not happy, especially if you're not happy. And the reason it will convince you that you're safe is because it's known, it's predictable, and it knows how to react in your current environment. Now, what does this have to do with leadership? Now, if you are here to be a visionary leader, if you are here to really lead a movement, and if you're listening to this podcast, I know that you are not here to play by the laws of logic, because that's what every other coach is doing. That's what every other leader is doing. And that's why they're consistently spinning in cycles, and you're always going to come and hit your glass ceiling, right? And this is where visionaries go wrong, is they put the trust in someone else's strategy, in someone else's blueprint, in someone else's formula. And yeah, guess what? It will work up until an extent, but it will never unlock your true genius. I really want you to understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You will hear me say this all the time. And that only a small part of your soul, so like 10%, maybe not even 10, let's say 5% of your soul can be housed in this vessel that is your body. Okay, so your spiritual self, your soul exists way past the physical realms of your body. And your soul, the intelligence of your soul, has far more potential in it than your conscious mind, who is only ever responding to what you have experienced in this reality. Okay, so I want you to understand that everything in your reality right now is responding to who you are being. And who you are being right now is a combination of your thoughts, your words, and the actions that you take. Okay, so if you're ready to up level, if you're ready to step into more expansive terms of leadership, and you're still thinking, acting, and doing the same shit you did yesterday, no wonder your reality is a reflection of that. And this is why when you step into visionary leadership, why when you quantum leap, you need to go into the realms of the energetic, because your potential doesn't exist in the conscious reality, in your current 3D manifestation of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It is literally a mirror of the current level of consciousness that is incarnated in your body. So if you want to up level, if you want to create expansive visionary reality, it's going to require you to move beyond the limitations of your conscious mind, because this is literally the first layer of intelligence, and it is your most limited, because its job is to protect you. And so I really want to break down what it looks like when your mind is keeping you safe and really stopping you from leveling up, from starting the business, from expanding your business, from hiring a team, from hiring the coach, from doing the thing that you know you need to do to move forward right now. It's going to constantly tell you that it's not the right time, that you're not good enough, that financially you can't do it, that there are all these reasons why you cannot do the thing you want to do. And then you're going to have the body and any unresolved trauma, any unresolved emotions, memories from both this life, your ancestral, and your past lives that are going to subconsciously sabotage you. And what this looks from a business perspective, and I see it all the time, is you will constantly look for evidence for why it's not the right time, why it's not working, and why it's not possible for you, right? Guess what? Anything's fucking possible for you if you become so fucking anchored in who you're becoming that you then force reality around you to literally start to bend to match your energetic frequency. I'm going to break down what that looks like for me right now, right? A few months ago, I pretty much had to close a lot of my business, not by choice, by circumstance. And I was pretty devastated, to be completely honest. But when I connected into my soul, when I started to get clear on the reason why my business could no longer operate like that, I understood why things stopped working, why certain people weren't signing on with me anymore, because I was no longer able to operate like that and step into this new level of leadership that I'm being invited to. My business was no longer an energetic match for who I was becoming. So since then, I have become so fucking embodied in my next level self that I'm not responding to this world around me. The people who are interacting with me right now, they're actually reacting and interacting to a me that doesn't exist in my reality, because I am so fucking embodied in who I am becoming that I know that it's only a matter of time before time collapses and that reality starts coming to me. So what does this look like? Well, I know that my next self is a global speaker, that she is here to speak on world stages, to lead a movement. So now I am showing up in that energy. I'm here on this podcast with you. I literally wake up a few weeks ago to a text message from someone inviting me to go speak in the US next year. Now, that was not from me consistently posting on Instagram. That was not from me running masterclasses and following someone else's strategy. That was from me unapologetically going into the frequency that I came here to be, that my soul is calling me towards, and embodying it that in this reality and allowing the rest of my reality to become a match for that. What this also looked like was I literally went to a networking event earlier this week, and at the networking event was invited to then become one of their speakers at their next event. Now, I can't make this shit up. There is no way that I can hustle my way to these opportunities. But because my energetic frequency now is so coded to be that of a global speaker, my world is starting to naturally attract what is in an alignment with that. Now, this is not coming from mindset work. But what I will say is that there was a part of me that had to get my conscious mind on board with this, because the thing is that your conscious mind will always find evidence for what you believe to be true. So if you have a desire that you want to have a hugely successful business, and that you want to have launches that are sold out, that you want to have amazing, really influential clients, but there is a belief in your mind, in your body, and in your energetic field that is in contradiction to that. So either believes that it's not true, or you have beliefs that you are not worthy. Your mind will literally look for evidence, and then your energetic and your physical body will start to attract everything to prove that that is not possible for you. And so this is where you really stepping into visionary leadership, you really being a person of influence, the woman who is at the top of her field, it's going to require you to create beyond logic, because your logic is always going to be limited to your current reality. And when we go outside of that, when we start to step into the quantum field, when we start to understand that you are actually a spiritual being having a fucking human experience, you unlimited yourself, because guess what? Everything that is possible does exist in the quantum field. It's just a matter of you drawing it into your body and then you showing up like that. So how do we actionize this? How do we take something that sounds really esoteric and really is, and start to collapse time and make who you desire to become, your next level self, your reality now? Okay? It's a process, and we always start with the mind, right? And so first and foremost, I want you to get really fucking clear on who you're becoming. Who does she look like? What are her habits? What are her beliefs? Who does she hang around? How does she dress? How does she hold herself? How does she speak? And I want you to get that so clear in your mind, your body, and your energetic field that you feel her, that you start to feel her before you become her. And then you audit your life. You look at all the ways in which you are lying to yourself right now, and in which you are actually fucking blocking the things that are meant for you to come to you. So I want you to look at your habits. I want you to look at the way that you're talking. I want you to look at your beliefs, how you're showing up, and the actions that you are taking every single day. Are they in alignment with that version of yourself or not? And if they're not, then you are sabotaging yourself. And then you get to look at the parts of yourself that are not allowing what is truly meant for you to come through to you. Okay? And then you go into the body and you look at, where are the trauma imprints? Where are the trapped emotions? Where are the trapped beliefs? Where are my ancestral fucking imprints that I get to come here and break so that I can become more of what is actually already available to me, and stop fucking energetically blocking what is a match for you from coming in? So we go mind, we go habits, we go looking into the body, into the energetic field, and then we're clearing, and then all of a sudden, holy fuck, there is capacity. There is capacity for who you're meant to be to start to come through into your body. And then what action are you taking every single day, despite your current reality that's in alignment with who you want to become? And this is where you've got to catch yourself, because your mind, she's very smart, right? She's going to go, nah, see, this is not in alignment. This is not meant for you. Anytime something doesn't go right, anytime you don't get the response that you think, your mind's going to go, see, there's the evidence. And this is where we've got to catch ourselves when we're searching for evidence of why things can't work. We go, oh, okay, that's the mind looking for evidence. I'm not going to respond to that. Okay, cool. Didn't work. I am so fucking embodied in who I am and where I'm going that I'm not responding to my 3D reality, because guess what? There is a delay. There is a delay in your current reality before your next esoteric, next level self can start to fully land in your body. And that's your integration piece. That is the place where you're not responding to your current reality. Clients don't sign on? Cool. Don't make it mean anything except for that they weren't in alignment with who you are becoming. They might have been in alignment with who you were, but they're not in alignment with who you're becoming now. You go to launch something, you didn't get the results you want. Okay, cool. Where can you take radical fucking accountability? And this is the problem. It's so much easier for you to be in victim consciousness and to be like, I am this way because I'm not good enough, because this is not really meant for me, because whatever the external and the internal dialogue of you're not good enough speech is. Instead of being like, okay, that didn't work out how I anticipated. What tweaks do I get to make? What can I learn and try different next time? Right? And this way you keep the energy going, you keep the momentum going. And this is where you really stepping into more of your potential, you leading through purpose, visionary leadership actually happens in the micro action. It is the culmination of the micro action that you take every single fucking day towards truly anchoring in that new reality that's meant for you. And then watch the rest of your world change. Watch the opportunities start to knock on your door, to slide into your inboxes, to start coming to you in the most unexpected ways. Because this is truly when you lead from your feminine, because you become magnetic. Because energetically, you're already a match for what's meant for you. And this is why stuff for me right now is coming in the doors, and I'm not expecting it. And so I'll be honest with you, there is sometimes a part of me that's like, oh, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that and is surprised. And then there's also my soul that's like, nah, this is actually who we are right now. This is the life that we're living and the type of leadership that we're calling in. Of course that happens. Of course that happens. And I also want you to really get clear on your relationship with your ego. Now, don't come at me in the comments right now. I'm going to invite you to reframe the way you might think about your ego. Everything in nature is fucking perfect. Everything. Fire is an important part of the seasons. Without fire, some seeds cannot germinate. And so the ego, we have it for a reason. If we didn't fucking need the ego, it wouldn't exist. The ego is like the mind. Is the ego serving you or is the ego sabotaging you? If the ego is sabotaging you, you have a problem. Let me talk about what it's like when the ego is serving you. If you're a woman, you've got to back yourself. You've got to be like, unapologetically, this is who I am, this is how I lead, and this is how I'm here to serve you. And you've got to embody that in a way, in a presence that is fucking unshakable. That is going to require your ego. That is going to require you to allow yourself to be like, fuck yeah, I'm fucking good. I'm fucking great at what I do and I'm here to serve and this is how I fucking help you. It's going to require you to walk into a room full of men, full of women who are highly successful and own who the fuck you are and not sit there all timid in the corner in the good girl energy of like, oh, you know, like, I don't really like to say how good I am because like, nah, fuck that. Claim how good you are because the world needs your magic. If you don't get up there and speak, if you don't get up there and tell people and share your gifts, how the fuck does anybody know how amazing you are? The world needs your magic, and this is where we need the ego. We just don't want the ego sabotaging us. So I invite you to get clear on what is the relationship with your ego and how can you like bring it along and allow the ego to be an epic tool that you have to share how fucking amazing you are and what you're here to serve, what you're here to do. So if you're a woman who knows that she's here to do epic shit, if you're a woman who knows that she's here to lead a movement, I want you to stop playing in the realms of the 3D. I want you to stop leading by logic because influential leadership, visionary leadership, it's going to defy logic. It's going to require you to go out into the energetic realms and to start to master yourself as a spiritual being and then anchor that back into your body. So I want you to start to audit your life. How can you look at where are you limiting yourself because you are showing up from logic and strategy alone? And how would your soul act? How can you start to be so clear about who you are and where you want to go that you start thinking, you start acting, and you start being her before she arrives and watch the world change. And do not respond to your current reality when it doesn't quite yet reflect who you're becoming because it can take time for this 3D reality to catch up to the infinite possibilities that are available to us in the quantum field. And if you're a woman who's really ready to take action, I'm about to open the doors on the Consciousness Collective. And this is an exclusive group of high achieving women who are ready to learn how to go out into the quantum field, how to connect with their unlimited selves and start to embody them to step into visionary leadership. This is where I'm really going to teach you how to master your spiritual landscape, your physical landscape, and then bring that into reality to create the epic movement you were fucking born to create. So if you feel called, the link is in the show notes. I'll see you in there. Everybody else, I'll see you next week. Bye.